All right. It's been a minute, but we got some new news. First piece of big news, Ed Reed, Baltimore Raven Hall of Famer, Miami standout, is now the head coach at Bethune Cookman University. Man, oh man, HBCUs are on fire. HBCUs are buzzing. As HBCUs make bigger hires and make bigger splashes, I do think it's going to be interesting to see how it's received within HBCU culture. Because some people, a lot of people, are happy and excited about big hires and big names and Hall of Famers and attention and spotlight on HBCUs. But there's also going to be people saying, hey now, such and such was a SWAC lifer, a MEAC lifer, a CIAA lifer. He's been coaching at HBCUs and in the MEAC and in the SWAC and in the SEAC. He's been doing that for 10, 15, 20 years, and he's getting passed over because of this guy. So there is going to, you can't please everybody. So there's going to be people don't like it, upset, feeling the kind of way. But hey, man, it is what it is. But in another piece of news, I just saw a press release that says the 4 major HBCU sports leagues are going to be having, I think it was monthly meetings and collaborating more to see how they can capitalize off of the spotlight and the attention and the energy behind HBCUs. The CIAA, the MEAC, the SWAC, and the SEAC are going to be meeting more and collaborating more. I can tell you one thing I want to see right now, a CIAA SEAC challenge. That's what I want to see. I can tell you that right now. Another thing I want to see, every year, I want the SEAC football champion and the MEAC football champion. The SEAC football champion and the CIAA football champion to meet that next season. I don't know if that's possible because of how schedules are done, but that's something that I want to see. Even if it was a champion from 2 years prior and something like that. Also, I want to see, I remember in the CIAA, we used to have something called the Big Apple Challenge, where our schools would go to New York and play, I think it was in Madison Square Garden. I want to see an HBCU invitational that's like either at the beginning or the middle of every HBCU season, where it's all 4 conferences. Now, people got to be smart with the scheduling, right? You got to put very well-performing D2 HBCU basketball programs against the equivalent at the Division I level, because you got to make sure the games are somewhat, competitive and intriguing and good, right? Because you don't want a whole bunch of beatdowns. You got to be smart with the matchups. Because I don't want to just see the Division II playing against Division II, Division I playing against Division I. Now, I do like that in football, depending on who the schools are. But in basketball, I would like to see some more mingling and have a whole little tournament. We could crown. Oh my goodness! I just thought of something. We could crown an HBCU invitational basketball champion every year. Have a little tournament somewhere at the beginning of the year where you invite a certain number of Division II and Division I HBCUs, and they battle it out on the court. That's simple. Yeah, man, that's just a few ideas I had off the top of the dome, but I hope they can work together and nobody's bickering and arguing about who's the biggest and who should be in charge. I hope that doesn't happen, but some great things should be coming, hopefully.